Wait a minute. In this world, we're the bad guys.
So?
Where would you send a sick bad guy around here?
We need to see one of the inmates.
Why, certainly, Superman.
It's finally time to talk about the DC Animated Universe conspiracy. If you have watched the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited series, you would note that there's a background plot brewing connecting the two series, or shows, that causes citizens and heroes to think twice about Superman and the founding members of the Justice League, and their secrets. We decided to connect the dots between the two series, and this will have a playlist separately on this channel. So let's start from the beginning. Kal-El was born on Krypton.
No, we're tired of origins.
Alright. It starts with Justice League, a two-parter episode, A Better World. This is in season 2. The episode starts with Superman infiltrating the White House with Batman and Wonder Woman. We see Lex Luthor in the White House. And then we see Superman do the unthinkable.
There are at least 6 different ways I can stop you right now.
You could have crushed me any time you wanted. And it wasn't the law or the will of the people that stopped you. So go ahead. Fix it somehow. Put me on trial. Lock me up. But I'll beat it. And then we'll start the whole thing all over again.
I did love being a hero. But if this is where it leads, I'm done with it.
When I first saw this episode, I was like, what in the world? What did I just witness? This is not my Superman. We cut to 2 years in the future and we see a watchtower filled with staff. We see the Justice Lords with a new set of costumes, which I like certain costume changes, not all of them. Hawkgirl and Green Lantern arrive in Smallville, where there are protesters that are protesting voting to take place for their new representatives. But once the two arrive to instill fear, everyone scatters, and Green Lantern says this.
Talk about fear? When I was a kid, I went to bed every night scared that the whole world was gonna blow up. That's the way things were back then. Folks just accepted it. They didn't think there could be a better way. But we found it.
So do you sleep better now?
You know I do.
We cut to Superman and Lois having dinner, and it's, interesting. Batman calls the rest of the team and tells them to meet him at the Batcave. Once at the Batcave, we see footage of another team in a different universe, which is our Justice League that we've been watching throughout the series. They talk about how their Flash is still alive and the similarities of how they used to operate. Batman has already built a universe-dimensional teleporter, so they can go into their world and do the same thing they've been doing in their own world. I know it's gonna get confusing a little bit, but just bear with me. We cut to our Justice League taking down Lex Luthor, and then the portal opens up. While incapacitating all the Justice League members, Hawkgirl tries her best to escape, but the Justice Lord Green Lantern beams at her with his ring, injuring her pretty badly. Meanwhile, an asteroid hits the Justice League Earth, and it opens up, and guess who's in it? Doomsday. Goddamn, all hell breaks loose, and the military tries their best, but come on, we know he ain't gonna die. Then the portal opens up in an alleyway, and the Justice Lords go through it. We see an epic fight between them, but it isn't until Superman and Doomsday
My skin can withstand a nuclear explosion. My bones are...
instant lobotomy. We cut to Lex in prison realizing it's not them, and that episode ends. In part 2, it starts with the Justice Lord Batman passing the team in his prison. Our Batman realizes that this universe's Flash passed, which caused a chain reaction in this world and the Justice League Lord's ideology to completely change. We cut to the rest of the Justice Lords improving the Justice League's watchtower. We cut back to the prison and Flash causes his heartbeat to be quicker, causing it to flatline, tricking the Justice Lord Batman, and then lets out the rest of the team out of the prison cells. But Batman decided to investigate this world even more, so he goes to this world's Batcave. But now when the team arrives in Arkham Asylum, the receptionist is no other than Joker. It had to, right? It had to. The team ends up fighting Superman robots, causing the wrong person to say the password so they can enter the facility even more. But meanwhile, Batman at the Batcave is having a conversation with the other Batman.
Problem with democracy is it doesn't keep you very sane. It has other virtues, but you seem to have forgotten them. I didn't forget. I just chose peace and security instead. You grabbed power, and with that power, we've made a world where no 8-year-old boy will ever lose his parents because of some punk with a gun.
Justice Lord Batman then decides to help the team so they can go back to their own world, and the team decides to break out Lex Luthor. When we get into the fight between the two, Lex uses a power disruptor on the Justice Lords that takes away their powers. We find out that Superman pardoned Lex in order for his help. Not only did Lex start his political journey at the end of the episode, but the Justice League has tried to keep this incident very quiet. A Justice League confidential file, if you will. We won't hear about this situation again until a couple of episodes in the Justice League Unlimited series. So a couple things I just realized. Doomsday was actually voiced by Michael J. White. That's freaking awesome. Batman's secret code 91939 is his debut date in the comics, 1939. The Justice Lord's Batman Batcave had the costumes of Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing from Batman the Animated Series. So there's a reference to Linda Carter's Wonder Woman series when Wonder Woman throws her tiara at the other Wonder Woman. Can you just imagine seeing a live action suit of the Justice Lords? Man, what I would pay to get that. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Till then, see you next time.